On this episode of Paige's Lessons, I want to talk about friendship. And since I've moved out here in a whole new environment and I had to make new friends, there is a mantra, if you will, or just an expression of friends come into your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime. And I really want to dive deep into that because that really resonates with me, and I hope it resonates with you as well, because I don't mean to purposely categorize my friends. Like, I don't mean to put them in a box, put them on a shelf. It's not about that, but it is just about reflecting overall who is in my life and what is the purpose of this dynamic, of this relationship. So there is a poem out there, a reason, season, and a lifetime, and it kind of goes into the definition of all of that. But for me, I just want to relate it to what makes sense to me. And I think everyone that comes into my life, whether it's platonic, romantic, whatever, it is a fucking reason. That's just what I believe, though. I believe the universe, God, higher power, divine source brought me a person and was like, okay, Paige, here you go. Go figure this out. And I'm like, okay, cool, sweet. This is an opportunity now for me to communicate my needs with this individual, to navigate the bond, to see how much I want to bring myself into this relationship, to really test the waters of how deep is this going to go. And with some relationships, they're not going to be deep. They're going to be surface level. Like maybe it's a colleague, coworker, boss, whatever relationship. Maybe you're not going to pour your fucking heart out, which is all good. But I think for me, just this whole idea of that people come into your life for a reason, I really believe that. And it's the lesson that I want to walk away is, what can this person teach me? What can this person bring out of me to have more self-awareness, more self-focus, and be there for fucking them? You know, I like, as much as these episodes are about my story and my perception and my, I guess, overall outlook of interpreting, you know, a situation, I still want to be open-minded in their experience and hear their story, because that's a huge reason why I was a therapist and now a coach, is listening to other people's story and being empowered by their narrative and being empowered by their adversity and resilience. And I love storytelling. I love when people are passionate about what they're sharing with me. Like, it just draws me in, and I love it so much. So I think when people come into my life, there is a reason, whether they come into my life for 5 minutes, for a couple weeks, for months, years. It really doesn't matter the duration. It's just, I choose to believe that they're there for a reason, and it's up to me to interpret the lesson and learn from that. The next part is people come into your life for a season. And I do believe that. I do believe that we all have a season of life, and that could be just like how it is the seasons, summer, winter, fall, whatever. Like, a person could come into my life and I might not know how long they're going to be there. I think moving to California and trying this out for a year, I had to basically put myself in this like mindset that whoever crosses my path, I'm not going to have these big expectations that they're going to be my soul sister or that they're going to be there for life. Like, I'm not going to put that pressure. I just want to meet people and see if we connect, whether that's platonic, romantic, whatever. I don't know if this is going to be a season. And then in turn, some relationships I've made were just a season. They've already expired. They were there for maybe a short period of my life, maybe a few months, and we talked every day. We built a bond, but now we no longer talk, right? So that is totally real. And then some seasons also go longer, right? Maybe it's beyond just a few months, but like a season of my life, like a stage of my life, right? Like you have maybe just high school friends. So maybe those 4 years was that season. And then I also think of seasons, not just the weather, but I think of seasons of like TV shows, right? Like thinking if my life were a TV show, I'm in season 32 of Paige's Lessons right now. Like I'm in, what is the season of this show? What's this gonna bring? Who's the next character that is gonna come across the main character, right? So I think being really gracious with the seasons dynamic, because I am guilty of putting a lot of expectations on people of like, well, we talk every day, so that means it's going to be forever, right? And I really have to be careful, just because the bond is so special, or whatever it was that brought us together, whatever the commonality or common denominator was that made us friends at the time, to just be like adaptable and continue to communicate. And then sometimes it just doesn't work out, and being gracious with that, and that's okay. And the last part is people come into your life for a lifetime. And that's the damn truth. I think, there are relationships to this day that have been such a solid emotional foundation for me. And I love the person for who they are unconditionally. And although I wish we talked more, or I wish they reached out to me more, and no matter if I communicate that or not, like it is what it is, but there are people for sure that they're just gonna be a lifetime friend, no matter fucking what. And the way that it shows up, the way that we communicate and engage in the dynamic, like I said before, it may change, but they're there for fucking life. Like it's solid, it's set. We unintentionally signed a blood contract that you're in my life, you're there. So I think it could be really special. And I think at the end of the day, no matter the type of person that comes into your life, whether it is a season, reason, or lifetime, just be really curious on the value that they bring in your life. I think moving forward right now, especially with dating, I've really been intentional with my vetting process of, even if like I make a match, I swipe, whatever, these stupid dating apps, or if I meet someone in real time, the vetting thing for me is, okay, like, can this person add value to my life? Can they enrich my life in any way? And it's the same with friendships, right? Like, what is the purpose? Is this just a friend that we go out dancing together and that's just about it? We don't really engage in anything else deeper. That's totally fine. That's cool. Or is this a bond where I can really call you when I'm crying, when I'm at my lowest, and I can trust that you will be there without judgment and support me? That's cool too. And everyone brings different perspectives. They bring different emotional availability. And so I would encourage you to just really suss out and navigate, who can I go to for those things? Who can I go to just do a happy hour and just have fun? And like, I don't actually want to go down a deep dark hole with them. I just kind of want to keep it light. And then who are the other friends that you maybe want a stronger, solid emotional foundation with? So just some questions to ask yourself and things to consider around, I'm specifically talking about friendships, but it could be any kind of relationship dynamic if they are there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Thank you so much for your support and tuning into this podcast every week. Just a friendly reminder that even $2 helps keep Paige's Lessons going strong. If you learned something new from this episode and recognize the energy I put into it, you can support me through my Buy Me a Coffee account. Click on the link in the show notes, and any contribution is deeply appreciated. Head on over to buymeacoffee.com/Paige Mitchell. Thank you so much. If this podcast truly resonates with you, take a screenshot of the episode and share it on your social media story. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook, and my handle is @paigemitchell.coach. I'm so excited to see what you shared and connect with you. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, take care.